A man faces more charges after escaping custody a third time over the weekend.
Since last summer, we've been telling you about John Sadio. He escaped Houghton County, Michigan, and was spotted in Green Bay at one point. Hillary McCardle tells us why this happens more often than it should.
A quick recap. We first showed you this mugshot last June when John Sadio escaped from the UP. Then last month, this picture when he was caught in Costa Rica, escaped through a vent, and caught again. And finally, this past weekend in the Florida Panhandle, he escaped from a transport van and was found the next day. So here's a question a lot of us are asking. How does this keep happening? We went to a local company to learn more.
Comes down to training of our agents. And really it starts with who we hire.
10 years in business, thousands of inmates, never an escape.
Never.
Brian Westfall of Wisconsin Lock and Load shows us the seats inmates sit in.
As you see, all our vehicles are caged, fully caged with between the driver and the inmates in back.
The Green Bay-based company does inmate transports and extraditions across the country. His team is made up of former corrections and police officers, all of whom have gone through 100 hours of training required by the federal government. After hearing about John Sadio's latest runoff,
it's unfortunate, but we read about these, hear about them a number of times every year.
Fatigued officers, lack of training, searches of inmates that aren't thorough enough. Those are some reasons why, he says. In Sadio's case, officers were distracted and he hid makeshift keys to pick the locks.
And we have custom-made bars.
Westfall says the longer the inmate is in a van, the greater the risk. His agents stay with inmates for up to 48 hours, something not all companies do.
That doesn't allow that inmate a whole lot of time to study our procedures, to look for any weaknesses, or to take advantage of something that could go wrong in the transport, because we limit that time on the road. We limit the amount of time that we have that person in the car, and it really prevents anything from going wrong or anything going sideways on us.
Sadio is still in a Florida jail awaiting new charges. And until he's back in Michigan, the question is, will he run off for a fourth time? Let's hope not. In Green Bay, Ellery McCardle, Action 2 News.